I'll end it there.
Well, welcome everybody to another episode of Andertons TV. And I realised in the video before I said it was an amazing day because in all the time I've known Rabea, we've never actually made a gear demo together.
Lo and behold, this is the second one
yes,
now.
Except that I think this will come out before the one before.
Oh, right.
Just to confuse you.
Okay.
So, yes, it's all
Brilliant.
good. JHS, Joshua Heath Scott.
Not John Hobby Skews, no.
Not John Hobby Skews. Joshua Heath Scott, great Scott, is a very successful and well-respected pedal maker from America.
Kansas, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Although isn't it weird, isn't there like a Kansas, isn't there a state and a city and one Kansas isn't in Kansas? Look, we've even got a ferret here, a socially distant ferret to come in and clean these pedals.
Look at that. Service.
Just for you. So the JHS range normally would have been considered like one of the sort of boutique-y kind of higher priced
A pretty penny.
pedals. Don't recall there being much in the range that would cost you less than a sort of 150 to 200 pound a shot. And he's a very, very knowledgeable guy. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel, talks about the heritage behind pedals. I don't know many people that know more than him. So, Rabea, tell us about 3 series from JHS.
Well, believe it or not, the 3 represents how many knobs there are on each pedal. So each pedal is designed to just have 3 knobs that affect the effect that you're choosing. And really the idea that I was under the impression they were catering for those that maybe were on a budget or they were just bedroom players, but they would also be great and usable for those that do the odd pub gig or even, the touring professional, really. The idea, and they're made at the same place as all the other JHS stuff.
So this is
super
like,
affordable.
If you've done GCSE economics, you will have heard of things called economies of scale. And what this is a good demonstration of really is if you use the same chassis for every single pedal that you're going to buy and the same knobs and the same switches, and you save on things like, this was kind of crazy. In fact, I'm going to have to unplug a pedal, so apologies if there's a pop. I know because I've done pedals before with different companies. If you want to screen print the sides, like you want to have an in and an out and a 9-volt thing here,
it costs
that's
more.
3 separate screens. So just screen printing the top in a single color will save money. And when you're making thousands and thousands of pedals, saving 50p here and 50p there adds up to quite a lot. So what we've got now is a range of pedals that, as Rabea said, it's built in the same place as the normal JHS stuff, using all the same high quality kind of components, but built, with an idea that if you can make 1,000 at a time or 500 at a time or whatever it's going to be, they're just going to work out a lot cheaper than if you're making 50 here and 50 there.
Did you ever shop at QuickSave?
Is that even a thing? What's QuickSave?
Do you not remember QuickSave?
No.
Well,
wasn't that from The Simpsons?
No, QuickSave was a supermarket that was like super cheap, and they had this range. Like every supermarket has like a Better Buy and all that. Well, QuickSave had no frills.
Right.
And it was just black. It was just a white packaging. Anything that you bought, whether it was beans or a packet of crisps or whatever, Coca-Cola, it was just white with black font.
What would be
That's
the
what
fun
I'm
in
feeling
buying
here.
Waitrose
This is the
hummus,
JHS.
no frills? I mean, when I go to Waitrose to buy my hummus and I want the frills.
You want the frills.
Anyway, look.
But I was going to say, this is JHS, no frills, pedal range.
So, we've got, in the front end of our Friedman Dirty Shirley, we've got a compressor, a fuzz pedal, an overdrive, a distortion, and a chorus.
Can I just...
And
my OCD's killing me.
No problem at
Thank
all.
you. There you go.
And through the loop, we've got the reverb and the delay. So there's basically one of every kind of important effect pedal. And that little opening bit that you heard Rabea play was the compressor, the chorus, the reverb, and the delay. So let's just go through them one at a time quickly, and Rabea, you just play whatever inspires you. So firstly, we've got the compressor, which has volume, attack, sustain, and a bright switch.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a compressor.
It sounds like, let's go, we'll add that over a drive sound to see how it fattens it. But if let's get like
really
the
compressed.
choppiest, like. I love it. It's the word chewy, like that. When you first, when you put a fruit pastel in your mouth and you know that it's impossible to suck a fruit pastel, you have to chew it. It's that first chew is what a compressor does. Fuzz into a clean amplifier. Well, let's see. I guess fuzz is a.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see, won't we? 'Cause you'll have to tell me where you want this. So we've got a volume, a bias, a fuzz. The bias appears to be.
That's how you get that
opposite.
gated thing.
Yeah, so the more I turn up the bias, the more choked the fuzz sounds. And then we've got a fat switch as well. So what would you typically go for?
I'd put the fat switch in, bias all the way up. To be honest,
so you want super spitty, do you? Fat switch in.
the opposite way then.
So
Whichever
as
is
fat
least
as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so off.
All the fuzz.
All the fuzz
Yeah, that's
and
how I
the
like
fat.
the fuzz.
Here we go.
It's a great sounding
That
fuzz.
sounds all right, doesn't it? Let me
like
just try
it.
what the fat switch does.
Okay.
And if we go spitty, so bias all the way up.
It's got that gated thing. It's like fuzzy gent fent.
We'll try we'll try combinations of these pedals in a minute.
Yeah.
Overdrive,
Yep.
which I guess is probably a sort of perhaps a more overdrive and distortion, two different types of pedal.
I'm an overdrive man myself.
Yeah, one feels to me overdrive is a sort of perhaps a softer clipping, more like an amp being driven. Distortion is a higher, harder kind of gain.
Higher and
Anyway,
harder.
we've got volume, body, drive, and a gain switch. Let's see what
Okay.
that does.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gain switches seems to be like less and more, so I think a bit less this way. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? What does the body do? Is that just tone or is that like fatness?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I like
that's a
that.
good sounding overdrive pedal, isn't it? Again, we'll mix and match some of these up in a minute. Distortion, we've got volume, filter, distortion, and again the same kind of gain switch that we've got on the overdrive.
Oh, it's good.
That's good. I like that a lot.
It's got like a chewy, almost fuzzy thing.
I think in
the
this
attack.
instance, I don't normally prefer distortion to overdrive, but I'm
That
not
one's
actually
good.
preferring the distortion. I've noticed as well, I forgot to put the reverb on. Normally we would, have some reverb over the whole thing, but Rabea's been doing a fine job playing with no reverb. That's when you've got a good guitar player in the house, when they can actually do that.
It's all gain, so we're good.
Chorus with, let's put the reverb on then, just to take some of the edge off. Chorus, which is a dual mode pedal, chorus or vibe. So again,
So
at the
that
moment-
toggle switch is meant to take out all the dry signals, so you just have the vibrato. Apparently, that's what I
okay.
read in the instruction manual.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
like
lovely.
it. I think I like the vibe mode better. Then, well, you're hearing the reverb. So we've got reverb, EQ, decay, and pre-delay. So pre-delay just allows that little moment's pause before the reverb kicks in, which I think in the room we were all going, none of us really like. So we've got the sort of the instant reverb.
Yeah.
But here you go. So let's go full maximum crazy cathedral. Reverb.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's lovely.
Nice.
It's a really nice reverb.
It is. And lastly, a bit of delay. Do we know if this is analog or digital?
As far as I know, that's an analog delay. Well, this toggle switch allows you to go between your kind of more tape echo vibe
Oh, okay.
and then a more digital
Cool.
thing. So you get
digital.
you get the top end attack on that.
Pretty nailed on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
I just
really
had to
good.
put the compressor on because it's just wow. So they're all in these white enclosures.
You could doodle on them.
That's my guess, is that this bit in the middle is here because the dearer JHS pedals are all kind of known by the graphic, aren't they, rather than a name?
Yeah.
So I guess that's the idea. You make your own graphic.
That is really cool.
I can guarantee if Pete owned all 7 of these pedals, there'd just be a small little drawn on this gap here of all 7, probably in different states of
Wait, we just have. You'd see like a little. Whoa. Go like.
no. And that would be how Pete would draw on his. But for the rest of us, I guess you'd come up with what you think is a little graphic of a chorus. Could be a unicorn,
There you
something
go.
like that, or a dinosaur.
One thing I have to say I really like about these is their choice of controls. Like in the sense, you've got level and gain or reverb, decay, and whatever. But it's things like having a tone on your reverb that I really appreciate that. Having a filter on the distortion. I think it's just the terms of the controls they chose to add.
Give me a 3 pedal combo, like some
Ooh.
like if you're playing PlayStation, you've got to go and fight someone. You need a 3 punch combination.
Do we have to count the reverb and the delay as part of that? Because they're in the loop.
I'll give you reverb as the bonus free one, but the rest is
okay.
it's
I would like to team up the distortion and fuzz. Oh, and the compressor.
Noisy at all, is it really?
I mean, it sounded good though.
What else? Let's do something a bit more. Let's try overdrive and let's show them how a compressor would be used to maybe fatten up a lead tone on an overdrive sound. So
all right,
if you were playing just regular rhythm or something.
It makes things like that easier, with the compression legato.
Oh, oof!
It sounds really good.
It's an interesting one with a brand like JHS where you go, they've developed a range of pedals where people seem quite happy to buy into a more expensive pedal. And they've obviously sort of they've got to be slightly careful really in that they don't want a situation where all the £99 range does is mean that people buy these now instead of the dearer ones.
Yeah.
So we probably need to try and talk to Josh about what's the...
It's a limited range.
Is there like a component quality difference between these and the dearer ones? I assume there must be.
But also it's a very limited range, that's it.
Yeah.
This is all in the range, whereas all their other stuff, I mean, they have pedals for things like just mid boosts and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of stuff in that side of things. But
I mean, I
think they're great.
I like them. I like the size. They feel like a little bit more compact as well than other pedals. And it's right up there against, that £99, or I guess it's going to be $99 in the States. It's right in the mix against brands like Boss and MXR and
for sure.
Electro Harmonics, that kind of thing. So it feels to me like it's going to give those guys a run for their money.
My favourite of all these is the Reverb. By far, I think for 99 quid, the sound of that Reverb is really good.
Well, can I have it? Can I have a needle with a Strat? Maybe I'll just sort of same amp, but perhaps pickups that drive it a bit less. I did like that. Actually, I like that distortion sound.
Yes.
It's much brighter with the Strat than with your guitar, isn't it? So I guess the humbucker thing. It's so bright.
But it sounds great. You'd cut through the mix.
You could have 3 or 4 of these pedals on your board, and that'd be it. Colour them each in differently. There is nothing wrong with that. I like this. I like pedals that throw a cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden it's like, well, 99 quid,
Staring
you
it
can get
up.
proper American made. It's a pretty bright amp. It's a more Marshall-esque kind of JTM kind of amp.
But it sounds bold, and like I said, you'd hear you on stage with that kind of sound.
I never use fuzz, so let's just do it.
That sounded great. Oh,
that was a bit loud, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what a sound.
It's just, well, there we go. Happy days, nice and simple. £99 in the shops now. Free delivery in the UK if you buy it from Andertons.
Bargain.
Some other delivery if you buy it from somewhere else, I suspect. And there we are.
Which is your favourite?
Do you know what? That is
Reverb's my favourite because I could do everything from like a chill kind of normal reverb or do the ambient thing with a huge decay on
I
it.
don't feel like that about any of these pedals.
Right.
I feel like if that was my budget and I just needed 3 or 4 pedals, I could rely on any one of these to do the job that I wanted it to do, but I wouldn't necessarily kind of go, is that the best reverb I've ever heard or is that the best delay I've ever...
No, of course.
So in terms of like, I actually think that they all do the job at least as good as, if not better than, any other £99 pedal that I've heard. So it's like, for me, it's not necessarily there's one where I'm going, oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's more just like, yeah, you know what? That is as good as you can get for 99 quid of anything. Happy days.
I think they're thoroughly well thought out pedals.
Yeah.
Personally.
I kind of like the look. I kind of, if I did have them, I think I would draw on them.
I think I would.
In a very childish way. I think that would probably be the most fun. JHS, if you send us one of each of these for free, we'll draw on them and do some sort of special raffle giveaway.
And then sell them for more as limited edition.
Maybe we'll do a charity donation thing, but yeah, we'll draw our own custom graphics on them. Anyway, there's an idea for you.
And there you go.
Okay, lovely to do another video with you, Rabea.
Indeed it was.
And we shall see you on Andertons TV very soon.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.